Hey there everyone, all the techies and data enthusiasts there. So guys, welcome you all to the YouTube channel. This is video 5 of our Python series, and in this particular video, we are going to discuss about variables and data types. Guess what guys, from today we are going to practically write the code, as well as I'm going to explain you all each data type. So guys, this video is definitely going to be very interesting. Do like, share and subscribe the channel, and also do share this video with your friends who are just starting to learn Python. So it will be helpful for them as well. So guys, now let's not waste our time. Let's dive into my computer screen and discuss more about this particular topic. So guys, firstly, if you want to discuss or write a code for variables and data types, you should first understand the structure or write a simple program in Python. So first, let me just explain about this. Then we will immediately dive into variables and data types. So running your first program. After installing Python, you can choose either your text editor or an IDE of your choice, and you can write your own first program. To execute, let us begin with a simple hello world program. Okay, so it's just a very easy program. If you write this, it's enough. So if you just write this one line of code, you will get the hello world. So I'll explain you the structure as well. So for this, open any file location of your choice, and then, so let me just open it. So yeah, and then just open a git bash. So git bash here, anything of your choice. You can even open your terminal as well and type here Jupyter Notebook. So immediately your Jupyter Notebook will be launched here. Yeah, so you can see here the Jupyter Notebook has been launched here. So now just open new Python. So new, immediately you will get a new Python IPYNB file, you can say. This is an IPYNB extension file. So if you see here, you can even save the file in hello world.py, or else you can say .py extension as well. Okay, so either you can save it in .py extension, or even you can run it as a IPYNB file. So in .py, it's an interpreter based language, so you have to write everything, the code structure properly. If a small mistake is there also, you will get an error, but not in IPYNB. Here you can run each and every function separately. So in Notebook, you have that legacy to run each and every code or functionalities separately. So let me change this name to Python 5. Enter. Okay. So let me just write print hello world. So you can see here, I got my output here. So what this print statement is doing, this is a default inbuilt function, you can say. So this will just print whatever you are going to write in this double quote. So these double quotes are nothing but they are string. It will consider that as a string. So going forward, we'll be discussing about this in detail. So when we are going to discuss about the data types. So print hello world, you can even write anything as well here. There is no specific requirement that you should only write print hello world. You can even write here hello Python developers as well. So you will get this output. You can see here. So you can run each code line by line as well. So you wrote a single program. So congratulations, you are a developer now. So if you, I guess you have watched those memes everywhere. Like people say, like, I'm a developer, and when they ask what code have you written, and that person will answer that, yeah, I have written hello world in Python. So I hope you guys got this. It's not a big deal. So let me just move forward. So this saving your Python program is done. And to run that program, you should run python hello.py. So this is for .py extension that we will discuss when we are working with some projects. So for now, just understand a Jupyter Notebook implementation. That's enough. Key points. Python programs can be saved in .py extension, and also it can be saved in IPYNB extension as well. To turn a Python program or to run a Python program, open a terminal or command prompt, navigate to the directory and run just Python and the file name. So this is for .py extension. We will discuss about this. You can see the print function is used to display output in programs or Python programs. Okay. So running the first function was successful. Your first milestone is done. Now let's dive further into variables and data types in Python. So understanding variables. In programming language, variables are used to store and manipulate data. In a sense, in short, variable is nothing but you will be saving the data in a particular variable, or you can say a particular word. So that I'll explain you when we are writing a code. Now we will be writing the code next. Just understand this meaning, okay? They act as placeholders that can hold different values during the execution of a program. Okay. In short, whatever information you want to save, right? You can not only save it in your memory, but you can save it in a form of variable. So in a particular word, you can save the entire data, and going forward, you can use it whenever you want. You can call that particular word whenever you want, and you will get those data. That is in short called as variables. In Python, variables can be assigned by giving an assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but your equal to symbol. Equal to symbol is an assignment operator. So you can say then what is the symbol used to give an equal to. So for that you should give double equal to. In a sense, if for example 4 plus 5 is equals to 10. So there is equals to it's coming, then this will become a variable, right? You might have this doubt, okay? So that's different, and this is different. Assignment operator. So just understand about this assignment operator, and I'll write a code, you will get a clarity on it. Unlike other programming language, Python is dynamically typed, meaning you don't need to specify the data type like int, char, float. So in other programming languages like C, C++, and any other languages, you have to specifically write, you have to define what particular data type is that particular character or that particular file, or else it will not run properly. So if you want to avoid that, in Python there is an inbuilt feature which can automatically detect or which can automatically recognize which is int, which is float and boolean data type. So you don't need to worry about that. That's the reason Python is very easy to learn, and it's very simple English language, you can say. If you know English well, you can easily learn Python. But other languages are not like this. Rules for identifying identifiers or variables. So must begin with A to Z or capital A to Z or with an underscore. So only this is allowed when you want to begin something. Only with this particular condition it's allowed. Can contain letters, numbers and underscores. Okay. Cannot contain a number at the first. So you cannot give a number at the first to a particular variable, and cannot use any special characters apart from underscore. Okay. You can see here. Example. So this is the correct format. Even this is correct format. First underscore name, this is also correct format. At first you can give underscore and write underscore salary. This is also a correct format to define a variable. And total marks. So here M is at a capital letter right in between. So you can even use this also. This is also a proper format, you can say. So writing you can say a wrong identifiers, second, or you can say to and name. So here the to is at the first. So that's an error. My hyphen name, this contains an hyphen. So here hyphen is a special character, right? That's not allowed. So that's another error. And dollar, this is also a special character, because of which it is an error. Okay, so here you can see the code. Name underscore 1. So let us practically write code for this. So let me just set the up and let me convert this to raw. Not raw. Let me just convert this to markdown. Hashtag variables in Python. So you all can see here, variables in Python. So let's write code for this. Hashtag. So hashtag is nothing but it is used to write some particular comment in that particular line. So for example, here you can write it and mention it and keep like to define a particular variable, example below. So I can write like this. Now here I can define a variable. So I can say, I can take the same example, name is equals to I. So this is my name. I hope you all know my name. So if I run this, this will be executed. Okay. So if I just check type of name or type, we will see on data types. So if I want to print my name, so then what I can do, print name. That's all. So if I run this, you can see here, whatever data is stored in this, immediately it will be printed here. You can store enormous amount of data, how much ever data you want, you can store in one particular name. So for example, like, let me take another example now, underscore name is equals to, so I can define whatever I want. I can give this entire line there in a string format. Okay. And I can again print this, print underscore name. And if I run this, you can see here to define a particular variable, example below. So not only a particular word, you can even define an entire sentence. You can store how much ever data you want in one particular variable. But you should remember that whatever you are like you're defining the name properly, or you can say spacing, and also it's a kind of case sensitive language. So if you try to miss something in case sensitive, if you write here, I wrote N here capital, but here if I give that N as small letter, so you can see here, it will throw me an error, name is not defined. So Python is case sensitive. Okay, so whatever you are defining at the up, you have to definitely define that here also, or else you will definitely get the error. Okay. So you can see a place. So this example also we saw. We are not going to dive more detail in this. Now let's go to data types. So I hope you all got what is variables. Now let's dive into data types. I guess it's very easy only, so you guys might not be feeling complex. So if you guys are feeling complex or facing difficulty to understand, do comment below. If I'm moving fast, I'll try to reduce my speed. Okay. Data in Python. Okay. So let's discuss about this. Python supports several data types. Commonly, in this particular data types, mainly we use 3 to 4 data types at mostly. Okay. So in that, the first data type is int, which is your integer, float, which is your floating value, string, the data whatever you are entering, right? This is your string actually. So whatever data you are saving in this particular name, right? So that is a string. Even you can save numbers as well in this. So let me just show that once again. I can give you a underscore 95. Now this is considered as a data type. You can say you should not give numbers, but first it's starting with underscore. It's not starting with number. Okay. So if I run like this, then it will 95 is equals to 6. If I run like this, you can say here contains an illiteral or may be double equal to instead of is equals to. It is saying like this. Okay. So but, or if I give here string also, it will throw the same error. Okay. Cannot assign a literal here. So you cannot assign it here in short. Okay. So if you want to assign something, you can use underscore at the first if you want specifically to assign a particular number. Okay. So then you can see here print. Again, you have to call here with underscore or else it will throw an error. Okay. So you can see here it is stored and I got my output as well. Okay. Data types. So let us go further with data types. So string, all the data which is stored as string, so which we have stored in a variable. Boolean is nothing but whether it's true or false, only two, 0 and 1. Okay, that we will discuss when we are detailing going into the Boolean data type. Then we have lists, tuples, and dictionaries and sets. Okay, these are advanced data types. So these data types we will be discussing when we move forward. So if I explain them now, you all will get confused. So integers. Integers are whole numbers without any decimal point. They can be positive, negative, or even zero. So you can see here is a good example. Age, quality, print age, and print quality. So I'm not going to change the example. So the first example, let it to be the same. So I'll just remove this. You can see here, right? Okay, so quality, there is an indentation error. So in Python, always remember that if you give a spaces, make sure to check the spaces. So the indentation error will come for sure here if you just try to miss a single space. Okay, so you can see here it's an int. Okay, so let's move further with the next example. Before that, you can ask me, only with print I can able to print this particular type or not. So actually type is an inbuilt function. You don't need to even specify print as well. You can directly type of age. Okay, so if you run this, you will get this output. Okay, it's an int. Here you can ask again me that why here you have class int and why you have a normal int. So you are perfectly printing the entire information. Actually this int, char, int, float, and string, whatever you are having, right, data types, they are actually you can say classes which are inbuilt classes in Python, which they are automatically detecting it. So because of that, your data is easily able to detect. Okay, because of those classes. Okay, if those classes were not there, you should also manually define here, like how you define in your JavaScript, C++. Okay, I guess not in JavaScript, in Java you have to define. Oh, let's move forward. So you can see here float. So let's go with float. This is for int. Okay, so let me just highlight this for int. Okay, and here you can see whether the data can be anything. It is either negative or positive, but when you try to print it, you will get the positive value only, I guess. Print. Okay, you got this variable, but it's an integer. So the data can be either negative or positive, but at the end, it is an integer class only. Okay, so this is a data type, integer data type. So in short, you are storing -10 variable into quantity. And after this, you have float. Float. So for float, you can see here, float or floating number, floating point number are numbers with decimal point or numbers in scientific notation, which is nothing but the numbers in integer. You don't have any decimal point in it, but here in float, the numbers which are with decimal point only, they are saved, so they have a separate name called float in Python. Okay, so in short, to say example, so you know that petrol prices, weights, and all these things you cannot directly count in integer. So if that person puts 500 grams and if it tells it's 1 kg amount, you cannot give it, right? So for that reason, you have to definitely use floating point here. So for that, they have introduced floating here. So you can see the type of it is nothing but float. So price, its type is float. Weight, its type is float. So the same way you can define here how we have defined. Okay, so I can define this and price. So it's a floating point. Okay, so any decimal point values whichever are there, those are considered as float. Okay, so you can even do like this also. A is equals to today's current petrol price is 108, I guess 108.8. 99. So print A. So what is my A variable? So it's 108.99. So type of A, you can see here it's on float. So this is very helpful to find the data type of a particular value. By seeing we can easily understand, but when you are writing a production level code, you need to understand, right, how to define them. So though at that logic, this will be very helpful for you all. Okay. And next, string. So text data types, also known as strings, are used to represent sequence of characters in Python. Strings are enclosed in either single quotes or double quotes. So the example which I told you all saw that already, right? So here name is equals to, so this is my string, okay? So if I run this and type of name, so it's a string, you can see here. Whatever is enclosed in double quotes or single quotes, that is called as strings. Okay. So I can type address is equals to Bangalore. Okay. Okay. So you cannot do like this again. So if you have defined here single quote, you have to define here the single quote. One single quote, one double quote will never work. Okay. So I have done this. Now again I can say type of address. Okay, it's address actually, so spelling mistake. Yeah, string you can see here. So it's a string. That's all guys. You have to understand these basic concepts, and those who are thinking about this book, don't worry, this book is already uploaded in my GitHub and you will get my GitHub link as well. Do download those notebook from there and you can read all the data, whatever I'm going to explain going forward. Everything is in this particular notebook. Okay. Boolean. So Boolean data type in Python represents two built-in values, true or false. Boolean are commonly used in programming to evaluate conditions and make decisions based on whether those conditions are true or false. Means that if you have a specific condition, then you want to prove that, then you can write like it will print whether it's a true or false. Okay. So for this, you can see here is underscore student true. So let me define this, and here we can evaluate also. I'll show you all how you can do it. Student is equals to true. So if I run this, you can see here it's done, right? Okay, 1 second. So let me just take a cell up here and let me just define the thing so that you guys don't face difficulty while understanding. String. Boolean. Okay. Student is equals to true. Type of student. You can see here it's a Boolean value. So here I'll show you all a very good example. So if I give 56 double is equals to 56, which is nothing but comparison operator. Double equal to is nothing but comparison operator. You can see here I'm getting the output in Boolean only, true or false. So if I just change this and if I run this, you can see here it's false. So you can easily evaluate something. Okay. So if both the side it's perfect, then it is true. And if it is not, then it's false. You can even assign like this also. Less than or equal to 5. Okay. So this will be helpful only when you are writing if statement, I guess. So when you are writing double equal to, you can define like this is a very just basic example. 56 double is equals to 56. You can see a true, false, you can easily identify. If both the sides are the same number, then it's true or else it's false. Okay. Okay. So other data types, list, tuple, dictionary and sets. this we will discuss in detail going forward. So guys, I hope this session was very informative for you all. I'll again meet you all in the next session. Before this, yeah, these are operations. So let's discuss about them going forward, okay, in the next class. So I hope this session was very interesting to you all. We'll meet you all again in the next class. So do like, share and subscribe the channel, and do please share this videos with your friends who want to learn Python. So I'm making the quality content for you all so that we all can learn together right now. Okay. Okay guys, bye bye.